Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Josh, and today we are checking out the Kershaw Lucha. Alright, so before we get too far into the video, I want to give a special shout out to River's Edge Cutlery. They are the ones that helped organize this review. And let me say one thing, you're gonna want to stick around to the end of the video because I have a special announcement regarding this knife. So let's go ahead and switch angles here and we'll get started. Alright, so in front of me I have the Kershaw Lucha, which this is the Blackwash model. It's relatively new. It dropped not that long ago, so pretty neat packaging. Kershaw on the front of the box. Some of the information, made in the USA, and barcode. All right, and this box is kind of hard to open. I'm trying to keep it in good condition, if you know what I mean. We have the knife right here, and I'll show you guys that in a bit, but there's some papers in here that I thought were kind of cool to include. I want to share it with you guys. Right here we have some paper. It says important information about your new Kershaw butterfly knife. And what I thought was really cool is the fact that it actually comes with instructions on how to open and close the knife. Where this is a budget-friendly knife, it's really cool that they decided to include that, because for $134, they're really targeting the newer flippers, or the people who want to get into flipping. So I thought that was kind of cool for them to include. Right here we have the Blackwash Kershaw Lucha. Now this is the first time I have ever handled a Kershaw Lucha, and I have to say it's a lot better looking than what I had initially anticipated. The Blackwash really matches it well. Kind of looks like it's a little bit worn, but not really. I don't know. It's really cool looking though. I want to go over some of the specs here. So we have a 4.6 inch blade. The blade steel is 14C28N. Has the Blackwash coating. The blade thickness is 0.156 inches, which that's fairly common. The closed length is 5.8 inches, has stainless steel handles, and it comes in about 5.9 ounces. It's definitely a heavier knife, and that is because of the stainless steel handles. Now, there are aftermarket handles that you can buy that would definitely reduce the weight, but we're not doing a review on that. We're doing a review on the stock configuration. It does come with a latch, not spring-loaded, nothing really special about it. Matter of fact, if I owned this knife, I'd definitely take off the latch. That'd be one of the first things I did. So the cutout pattern I think is actually really cool. It does run off of bearings, so the handles are gonna be swinging very smoothly. But yeah, that's a great looking knife. I love it. I love the look of this knife. Even the blade shape is really cool. Has a little made in the USA with the blade steel. Nice little cutout, and the Kershaw logo. It does appear that the spine is chamfered, so that's really cool. That will help reduce pinching, and it just allows for a little bit more comfort when you're flipping it. And it does really look like they tried to make it more comfortable. The horns aren't sticking out too far. It's really nice how they laid it out. Really, I mean, it's just a really good looking knife. Let's see if I can't get a little bit closer. Really, really cool looking knife. Don't quote me on this, but maybe like a T6 or a T8 Torx. I can't verify that because I don't have my Torx set in front of me, but let's do a quick tap test here. Let me try to hold down the latch while I do this. It's not going to have any tap because it runs off of bearings. No tap, and no play. With bearings, that is very, very common. So let's get into some flipping. Okay, so as I mentioned, the handles are going to be really, really smooth because that's just how bearings are. But surprisingly enough, when you're flipping this, there is actually a little bit of resistance. Every time I've ever flipped a bearing knife, it's just been really, really smooth, and it gets out of control really quickly. But this one, I don't know, it feels different. Don't get me wrong, it is still very smooth, but it's really not bad. If you've been flipping bushing Balisongs prior to owning this Lucha, it is going to take some getting used to. But it does, I mean, it flips really nice. Usually when you're doing stuff like that, it just gets out of hand really fast. So aerials are even not all that bad. It does have a little bit of like a, I don't know if you guys can see this. It does have a little bit of a funky, when it's in the air, it does some weird stuff, but it's really not all that bad. Feels really good, actually. Yeah, I mean, for a beginner's knife, man, I mean, geez, I don't think there's anything better than this at this specific price range of $139 or $134. That's not bad at all. It's definitely going to take some getting used to, though. Yeah, that was a little softy, but again, you got to definitely get used to it. The first thing I would do is definitely remove the latch, because that just, I mean, it gets in the way, in my opinion. But it's really not bad for what it's worth. Literally. Those 0G chaplains not too bad. Let's try regular chaplains. I'm actually pretty impressed. It doesn't really seem, for being as heavy as it is, it doesn't really seem to pinch all that much. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I have to say, I'm actually really impressed with this knife. This would be the center point, a very common balancing point, about right there. That's pretty typical, but honestly, that balancing point doesn't have very much to do with the flipping. Like I said, it's really common, but it's more about the weight of the handles and how it carries momentum, in my opinion. It can balance right there all day long, which is again, very typical, but how does it flip? How does it carry that momentum? It does fatigue your fingers a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you get to the pinky area. But I think that's something that you could either get used to or fix by buying aftermarket parts. But I think I'll probably end this episode here. Let me switch angles one more time. Alright, so as I mentioned before, I have a very special announcement regarding this knife, and that is we are actually doing a giveaway for this knife. Again, this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for River's Edge Cutlery, which I'll leave a link in the description to where you can buy this knife, but we're going to be giving it away. So what I want you to do is follow me on Instagram, which is instagram.com/patient0balisong, and I'll be posting the giveaway information there. I haven't posted it yet because, again, I wanted to have a announcement for this video, but sometime this week I will announce the giveaway. I'll make it very clear. If you're scrolling through my feed, you won't be able to mistake it. So follow me on Instagram and I will post the giveaway instructions there. For those of you who don't have Instagram, you can create an account in a couple minutes. Even if it's just for this specific giveaway, I want to include you guys. So yeah, if you have any troubles or have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. I would be more than happy to help. Also, let me know what you guys think of this knife. I really like it. I really like it. I didn't know what to expect at first, but after flipping it for a little while, and it looks really nice. It's actually a really, bearings done right, in my opinion, which that don't happen very often. So other than that, I really appreciate you guys, and yeah, I hope to see you next time. Adios.